Vincent here with Peconi Real Estate. We're about to go inside to interview Gary Carmichael with Carmichael Landscape and Design.
92, I think it was. So
beautiful.
Or 93. 25 years now this year.
Wow.
So, it's been a very fruitful business, but it has also been one that we've had to work hard at.
Of course.
You know, going. But it's worked out real well. We had a business prior to 92, and my son, I had sold the business, and then I've been here, and my wife and I and our family have been here since 73.
In Newmarket?
In Newmarket.
Always in the same house?
Yeah.
You need a new real estate agent.
Yeah. Well, basically, that's not real. That's not true. We had a small farm up in Queensville.
Okay.
In 73, and then we sold it in 78 and moved into Newmarket into a new home, and it wasn't quite ready, so we had to wait a few months before we moved into it, and that was in 79. And then we've been in that home ever since.
Wow.
But we've raised our family there, and we're all from Newmarket. This is our stomping ground sort of thing, but we enjoy and love the area. So when my son started working as while he was still going to school, he was working in the landscape business, but in the lawn gardens and that sort of thing, not into the construction end of it so much. And then I joined up with him, and we started the construction end of it in 93.
Tell me a bit about the difference between when you say construction versus maybe like the soft
What we
landscape.
have is a combination of services that we provide, and the combination of services that we provide is property maintenance.
Okay.
So lawn and garden and winter services as well.
Residential and commercial?
We did in the beginning. Now the services for year-round services as property services is pretty much only commercial.
Okay.
We do still a few residential because those customers have been with us for lots of years, and we didn't like to let them down.
Right.
And then the construction end of it, the landscape construction end of it, has been mostly residential. So we focus on our construction and our property maintenance. We also have another company called Carmichael Bin Rentals.
Okay.
Of which we have the bin rentals that people rent to when you need a bin to clear out your garage or whatever you're doing.
Right before you're going to move.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that was kind of a let off of where we needed the bins for our construction company.
Couldn't get them, so you got your own.
So my son came to me and said, "Why don't we get some bins and we'll start that?" And we did, and now we are way up in bins, and we have the lots for the bins, and that's taken off quite well too.
Beautiful. How long have you been doing that?
Now we started the bin company in that's got to be I'll say about 10 years ago. Yeah, it was around 10 years ago. And we just started with a few bins, and now we're up into I think it's around 75 or 80
wow,
bins.
good for you.
So of different sizes.
Of course.
And then we have the two large bin trucks that are roll-off trucks. In other words, where the bins are picked up and rolled off, you know. So that was a secondary business for us. But our primary concern is the landscape construction and the property maintenance. Yeah.
Beautiful. What's it like working with your son?
It's great. He's as I said, he's the owner of the business, and I have another son who has the same type of business in Newmarket, but he kind of went on his own. We help him out. He has gone on his own and has done quite well, but it's just, he's just getting started for about 3 years. He's a bit younger.
Good.
But no, my son and I work very well together. We have managed to do that on the basis that I do something and he does something, and we're together in a lot of it. But I mean, mostly I look after the quoting and the construction quotes, and he looks after lot of the property maintenance crews and the bin rental crews and that sort of thing, and then helps me with the construction as far as materials and getting, we coordinate material deliveries to the crews and that sort of thing as well.
Right. Makes sense to play to your strengths, right?
Yeah. No, and it's grown to be quite a good size now. We've been around for a long time here, and we enjoy Newmarket. We contribute a lot to Newmarket. We do we have our trucks, donate our trucks and our people to pull the floats for the Santa Claus parade in the winter, and we do seniors' homes for plowing that we can only take on a few, but because of our own business, but we do that for the town. And I think our biggest claim to fame is that we've been voted by the Newmarket era. It's called the People's Choice Awards, or People's something awards for as they write in the newspaper to who's your best landscaper, who's your best dentist, who's your whatever. For the last 16 years in a row.
Wow.
And we've been voted #1 as the best landscaper.
Good for you.
So we try and keep up our name and our image, and it's been important for us to maintain that, as well as primarily the quality,
of course,
and the service to the customers, and I think that's what's really come back tenfold.
I think usually that people want, you offer a quality product and you deliver it at a fair price, and people come back and they want more and more and more, right?
That's right, and the quality of the job is what is seen all the time, because it is landscape, it is your home.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is curb appeal,
absolutely.
And people want a good job. We try and be very creative with them to give them what they're looking for.
Right.
And then we have very good foremen and crews and machinery that do our work, and then we provide a 4-year warranty on our landscape work, which is kind of unheard of in the landscape business. It's normally around 2.
Right.
We provide 4 simply because we know the quality of our work, and if we have to spend a lot of time going back to repair work, that doesn't work.
No, that's not. Yeah. Set the bar high and then meet
I think it gives people a little nicer or warmer feeling to know that they've got that kind of warranty.
Yeah, you have the confidence in your own product and your own team, and that puts them at ease, right?
No, exactly, and of course warranty, as you know, works only as good as the company itself.
That's right.
Only as good as the company is, and so because we've been around for a long time, is why the people, I think, have been more comfortable with that.
It's a name you can trust. It's familiar. It's like you said, you've been around for a long time in Newmarket. So, what does it feel like seeing a truck roll by with your name on it?
Well, I mean, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe not the same as it did feel 30 years ago, right? 25 years ago.
There's quite a few of them now, and it's heartwarming for me because I'm kind of in my elder years now to see my son do well with it, and his wife works with us in the office here as well. So it is kind of a family-orientated business, but we try to look after our people very well. But no, it's a nice feeling to see the trucks. We're well known in town. It's a name that pops
see them
out
everywhere.
at you.
Oh, I see them everywhere.
Yeah, so it's felt good.
Yeah, it's good. Maybe one day I'll have my name on a whole bunch. Who knows? What Newmarket is changing rapidly. You've been here for a long time. Tell me a bit about some of the changes you've seen.
In the town itself, or
sure.
Well, of course, when I moved here, it was still quite a small community in '73, and there was no big mall, or there was no big a lot of streets and a lot of the areas, and what we have seen in the development of Newmarket has really been a compliment to our business.
Absolutely.
Because of the need for what we do.
Right.
Has kind of fallen in place with the growth of the town and the city itself.
Right.
And it's been amazing for me, especially me, to see, because I've been here since the beginning, the growth of Newmarket. My wife and I both own a business, another business that we own building
Right.
on Main Street.
Beautiful.
And we've been there since '79. And we've owned that building on Main Street, which is a hair salon business, Carmichael Hair Group. And she's been there for that length of time as well. So a lot of her clients come in and say, oh, we didn't know it was Carmichael, the same Carmichael that did the landscape business as well as the hair. And so that, again, it just, I think, gives people more of a warmer feeling to know that it's a larger town now, certainly, and with the growth, but it's still a small town in terms of people knowing who everyone is.
Exactly.
And we find that we enjoy it here. We love it here in Newmarket. Our children all live in Newmarket as well. And it's really been a family-oriented business. My daughter works with my wife in business, on her business on Main Street, and my son's working the landscape business with me as well. So it's we're quite well known, but I mean it's been a long time, and with the name and with the amount of trucks and so forth and the vehicles that we have out on the roadways and so forth, people get to know the name and see the logo of the truck, and I think that's important in terms of the of knowing who you are. You know?
Yeah, it's incredible. You've invested so much into a community, and you've been able to grow so much in Newmarket as a family business. I think that's a great reflection of what Newmarket really is. It's growing rapidly, but it's still a small enough place where you can know and interact with almost all the people. Like it's an absolutely wonderful thing.
Well, as you mentioned when you first met me outside that you're with Royal LePage, and you obviously have been able to see the growth of the development or the development that's gone on in Newmarket over the years. But it's certainly been a compliment to our business because as new buildings and homes go up, we kind of follow in behind.
Sure.
With what the requirements are to what they want their home to look like, and
right.
what their landscaping to look like, and boy, if they need a picture, they can always go to my wife and have a hair done, and
there you go.
There you go.
Very good. Cover all the bases, right? Gary, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
It's been my pleasure.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.